In the relentless world of motorsports, the pursuit of speed, precision, and perfection is never truly finished. For Ferrari, that pursuit has given rise to one of the most formidable creations to date. The Ferrari 488 GT3 Evo. Born from decades of engineering excellence and track-honed experience.
It's going to be an Italian Ferrari 488 for German team WTM Racing, who will take victory.
Now, for the first time, a monster of a machine is being transformed, reimagined for the road. This is the Ferrari 488 GT3 Evo Street Build documentary. Witness the birth of a legend.
This video is brought to you by Meguiar's. Reflect your passion.
Every year I ask myself, how can I take a build to the next level? How can we outdo what we've done before? Boys, inside this box is that answer. 488 GT3 Evo Kit for the Ferrari. Now, some of you guys saw us coming from a mile away, and shout out to everyone who knew this was coming, but I bought this car for one reason only, and that was to buy this kit.
I cannot believe that we're sitting on a box that came from where?
Italy.
Straight from Italy. This is some Fast and the Furious stuff.
Overnight from Italy.
Overnight? I can't believe it's here, because overnight took maybe a year.
I've been trying to search for this kit for over a year, and I eventually gave up on it. And then the boys from VAD Design said they finally found a race team that was willing to part ways with the GT3 body kit. And over about a year and a lot of money and a lot of paperwork, it's here. So let's open it up.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
All right,
Oh my God.
Hey! There's so many pieces. There are so many pieces.
Oh, it's red. It feels like a Pharaoh's tomb. What is this? What is this, like, livery?
Why doesn't everything look like this?
Well, boys, funny you asked that. This exact body kit won a 24-hour Le Mans race.
Oh!
This came off
This
of
is
a car
legendary.
That's a winning car.
Yeah. Let me explain. The kit off of this car came off of a 24-hour of Barcelona race-winning car in 2022. That means that this actual livery was on track and won first place in an endurance race in Barcelona. Probably the coolest possible story that ever could have come with a GT3 body.
So what you're telling me is this was an actual used kit.
Yeah, it is. Now, I don't know, like, guys, I don't know any information other than the fact that this was on the car and raced. I'm told it's all in pretty good condition. Oh! Well, okay,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of body. It's a race car.
Oh, that's
That's sick, though.
That's so rad.
I'm sure we're gonna find a lot of.
TJ, can we please keep... Look at this, look at this.
Sick.
So the Emperor was tight because it was brand new in box from factory. That was really cool.
Yeah.
This is the same, but it's been used and won a race, which in my opinion makes it like 10x cooler.
Let's take them all out, try to figure out where everything goes. I don't really know how many pieces there are or what's missing and what's not, but what I do know is I'm super excited. I spent way too much money on this, and I've waited over a year for it. So let's unbox it.
Wow.
Look
Kevlar.
at that! Well, just look how beat up it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
sorry.
worry about it. Oh. Dude. So good. Let me see this really quick. I don't know what livery this is, but it's almost like a newspaper article. Like, look at all like the text and the writing and like the way that it's laid out. Like,
TJ, do you have a picture of what this car looked like?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. We have photos of it.
oh, that's tight.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She'll
Oh
find her
my
home.
God.
She'll find the home eventually. Oh cow! Flashback to the 458 GT3.
So scared that we have to cut this
We're
off.
gonna have to cut the whole inside thing again, dude. Look at the vents.
Wow.
Dude.
Wow, this is my favorite. That's so cool. It's
I
so, like,
literally have this in my office, but of the 458 fender.
The other side, look at all the
Let's
rubber.
check this out. Come on, run.
Yeah!
If there's one thing I hate about cars, it's when they don't allow you to see all the critical information like tire temps, coolant temps, oil temps, all within the OEM data of the screen. And that's why Carly is the greatest fix for all of us. Carly is an OBD2 plugin that allows you to code your car, diagnose your car, and make smart decisions as to when to service it next. And to get started, all you have to do is plug Carly into the OBD2 port of your car and connect it to your phone. And the thing that drives me the most nuts about this car is that you can't see transmission temp or coolant temp. You can just see the oil temp off this physical gauge. Everyone in an M3 drives their car hard. That is the point of it. And the fact that you can't see it drives me crazy, but with Carly, we have a fix. And once connected, I can finally see live oil temp and coolant temp in actual digital numbers. And throughout the app, I can choose through a various of other types of temperatures that I can actively choose as a live parameter to showcase on Carly so I can keep an eye on it. And through the app, I can see when my next service is gonna be and intelligent predictions on things that are gonna be wearing out soon. Things like brake pads, oil changes, anything of that sort. It will give you a prediction as to when it's gonna be so you can prepare for that next fix. And we just put a single turbo on Anthony's car, so we're gonna go ahead and do a diagnostic test and see what codes we have. And clearly there are a lot because it is aftermarket, but everything else looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear it all so we have 0 codes, and it feels good knowing that there's nothing wrong with the car, at least yet. A couple FAQs about Carly. Will Carly void my warranty? No, it's completely safe and will not void your warranty. Can you harm your car while coding with Carly? Absolutely not. Having the Carly tool in your car is an absolute must. Having the luxury to see live parameters, clearing codes, using the diagnostic tool is something that you don't realize how great it is until you have it. So get started today with Carly, and you guys can use my code TJHunt to get 15% off, or you can click the links down below in the description to get that and get started. It's something that every car needs, so be sure to add it. Thank you, Carly, for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back to it. So 5 years ago, when we had a 458 and we converted it to a GT3 car, I had one spare front left fender and I kept it as a token of a memory. And look at this. Here is,
oh my God, it's so different.
488 version. Different fender styling, still has vents in the back, but yeah, you can notice this one sits flush on the wall because we had to cut out all this inside stuff, which we're probably gonna have to do again.
Wow. Is it paint?
So when I bought it, I was told that it was wrapped and the rear quarters were painted, but this looks
Painted white.
painted. It's painted white.
It would, because they wouldn't wrap the underside. You
Yeah.
can tell the underside's paint.
Look.
Yeah,
So I think it is painted.
it is.
Was kind of hoping it wouldn't be painted, but
Oh, dude, these are sexual pieces.
Carbon Kevlar just
There's just something about this.
gets me going.
look at the little stripes it has. This was definitely a spare. Is this, what is this? This is
Why
the
are
rear
there-
quarter.
why are
Yeah,
there-
rear quarter.
Oh, I was like, why are there lights? It's vinyl.
I don't know what,
That's odd.
Yeah,
this is the vent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's scoop right there. Look how wide the hip is compared to me. And this rainbow arch too.
Oh, that scoop is gonna be sick!
oh, I see the wings.
No, deck lid.
Oh,
Top deck lid.
This is gonna be fun. This is a cool puzzle.
This piece? It's this piece.
that's sick. Oh, I love that.
Oh boy. Wow. Lot of pieces here.
Oh my goodness.
Rear bumper.
Yeah,
This is what's gonna be tough. Because,
there it goes.
oh,
Sick.
Oh, that's sick.
That's so sick. I love that so much. This is okay. I've been excited about pulling this whole thing out, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that takes the cake.
Oh, it's the hood. It's the hood. It's the hood. It's the hood. It's the hood.
this was something I wasn't gonna buy when I was talking with the guys about purchasing it, because this car uses the frunk as space for things. But the race car is a complete front mount aerodynamic frunk hood, and wait, help me with this. The rear bumper. Oh, it's the front bumper. The front bumper.
Oh my God!
it
Look at
came
the
with
the Lexan.
Came with it. I wasn't sure if it was gonna come with it.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh my God! Yes.
Hey, look at this side. Oh, come up with it. And out.
Whoa.
Okay. Got lost some beef before.
Oh.
Bro, there's so much Lexan on this one. So all these are rain lights and strobe lights, which I don't have.
Is that a front bumper full replacement? Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, I don't know how it replaces because when we did the other Ferrari, it bolted in on the top, didn't it, Cal?
Look at these locator dowels. It just sleeves in somewhere.
Yikes.
The cool thing is like we can fix and or make whatever we need
The
to.
M4, we had to make every single tab. When we did the 458, it was super easy. Everything bolted on. This, I was hoping would be the same as the 458. Doesn't look like it's gonna be that way.
Well, the cool thing is it's all like square tube or square stock. So it's like realistically, we can make standoffs on all of the factory structure that like meets these Zeus tabs and stuff like
What's
that.
crazy is look at the headlight,
And
the front bumper,
Yeah.
and then look to the race car.
Wow.
It's huge.
She's gonna be a wild bitch, dude.
It's super.
This is really cool.
All the Zeus tabs are tight.
Oh man, this is so epic.
What's gonna be kind of sad is when we like, whatever color we make this, this is like the last livery it had when it won its race. And we're gonna strip it of that.
Oh, stop. I don't like that.
You know?
Oh my god.
The beat up parts.
So I don't know what we're gonna do with this yet, because there's obviously a big hole, which we can't run on a street car, because it's gonna get everything wet and serve no purpose. So there's a lot of unknowns when it comes to this kit, and this is definitely a big one. Hunco's newest collection is coming out this Friday, and it's dedicated to the game of golf. We have all things from golf polos, golf t-shirts, golf tools, golf divots, golf tees, anything and everything golf related drops this Friday.
Running that kit on the car as is with the f***ed up livery, almost cooler than having perfect paint.
But BRG,
Oh my
Guess what?
Listen,
You
no.
can do both.
I'm
You
joking.
can do both. The cool thing is you can run. We'll have to mock all this shit up and not make it pretty for a long time, anyways. So this car at some point will be totally mocked up
With
these
that,
body panels,
yeah.
with wheels before it goes to paint or wrap or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm agreeing with Twan here, but it's gonna look up in a good way.
Yeah.
I personally look so. Imagine seeing this.
A winning
Going
car.
down,
Dude,
Street?
listen to me.
No,
Just fix it. Like all that exposed stuff, paint it red. The race car is the race car, my boy.
What do you guys think? Do we leave the original livery? That was never my plan. I did not expect you guys to say you wanted that.
Are you kidding me?
Look at that, it's so sick.
Cool.
Making it like a street car.
Nah.
at least for a little bit. At least for a little bit.
At least for a little bit,
At
yeah,
least a
for
little bit,
sure.
And then you can go, all right, I'm gonna paint it.
Yeah.
Because
Let
you
me
could
see that.
also go
Diffuser
to.
canard.
You could also go to RSpec and get it done whenever you'd like, Teach. You know.
Facts, my boy. Facts. I don't know what this is.
The
It's a very high impact area, you could tell.
Is it rear left, I believe, or rear right? That's probably a rear right.
Starting to get nervous that those big side vents aren't in here.
Oh, the front grill.
God, we didn't have this on ours. We had to make one.
No, wait, that's the diffuser.
Oh Lord, 12 oh here.
My
Oh
gosh.
my goodness.
Holy moly.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna make that work.
That is gonna hit on.
Wait, hold this for a second.
I got it.
Where's that other?
They said,
The air jackos again.
Wait, finish that up. Finish that up.
yeah!
We're doing the air jack.
Yeah!
Hello, AP Racing. Please enjoy more of TJ's money.
And those last racing jacks cost me $8 grand. Yeah.
We can consider the option. Yeah, I got excited. We can consider the option.
I think. I'm unsure.
I think, yeah, that
something like. Something like that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They said
Yeah,
take
look
the factory arrow and double it.
TJ's gonna scrape on everything.
How is there more?
This is the under panel. You might be able to run because it already is factory
That's true. It is like a
flat
factory
under
flat
panel.
bottom.
Yeah.
But the M4 is definitely not. Yeah, pull it up.
Wow.
That is a big piece of
This is a very cool RC car that you just got.
What's
This
crazy
is
is you could
insane.
probably run that, and I bet you those holes are for the air jacks.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Crazy.
All right, that's all you, buddy.
How
You got
light
it?
is that?
No,
Weightless?
Like legit.
Oh my god.
Pound or pound.
Wow.
Oh wait! Put it in front of that one.
Yep. Wow.
Wait, there's more. But wait, there's more.
Whoa.
More xenomorph parts.
Oh my goodness.
Keep the aliens coming.
That's a
Wow.
money piece.
Wow.
Go.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
That's expensive.
That's the beans right there, boys. That's the beans.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just go like this. Just for the moment. Just so we can kind of like ooh, ah, you know?
Bargeboard's my favorite.
It's anything like the M4.
It just does the thing.
Oh my goodness.
Good.
Oh.
Yep.
Calvin, come look from here.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is so. The livery, bro.
That's what I'm talking
The
about.
livery.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh! That's what I'm talking about.
Moly.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, what are you
That's
talking
what I'm
about?
talking about.
That? Is that
That's what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
hell yeah. Hey, you leave that alone.
Hey, what are you doing?
I don't want that there. Hey, whoa, my boy. Chill out
Leave
for a
him
second.
unattended for 5
I know.
seconds.
What, keep an eye on this boy. Leave it.
Probation. Yeah. Nope. 4 feet.
Leave that.
4 feet.
Leave it. Wait till it's on the car, okay?
I want to cut it all
I'm
up.
watching you.
Oh, this piece.
Oh yes.
What are these? Wicker bill or gurney flap? I always forget. Anyways,
End plates.
sick.
Oh my god.
Equally excited and disappointed that it's not the.
Feel that.
So cool. These look
Carbon.
brand new for what it's worth.
Yeah, we'll grab that thing. With your same exact fingers you just had. Put them out. Pinch. All right, there you go.
It's weightless.
Dude, it's so bad.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah. That's a yes for me.
Hold on, is this one as tall as the M4? Remember that it was taller than you.
Oh, wow.
For scale, TJ's 5'7".
Devious work. Devious work.
Bigger than you.
And I'm 6'9", so that's a really tall wing.
That's huge. Now walk.
Hold on, Calvin. You get an end plate, Dylan. You get an end plate, and I'll let the audience visualize it. Okay. You know what, boys? I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of cool.
That looks sick.
cool.
Yeah,
It'll
there
probably
it
be
is.
much higher now.
I don't know.
I have them in my office. We're gonna assemble this thing off the car, just like I did with the M4, to get an idea of what it really looks like and to see what other pieces we might need. Because as I'm looking at it now, I think we're missing the rear vents for the quarter panels. I tried to source everything I could, but if we have to, we'll have to make our own parts. Assembling this kit as a skeleton off the car really just gives us an idea of what we're working with. Being that we don't know what the actual GT3 chassis is comprised of, seeing it assembled off the car, we're looking for anything that might just jump out at us that might not look like it's going to work on our car. It's a step-by-step process, but we're just doing it to see if anything catches our eye.
Okay.
Now this was going pretty smooth until we ran into our first unforeseen issue. We have a problem. It's definitely a problem. We're looking at this rear fender to see how it goes on, because I'll reiterate, when we did the 458, the thing bolted onto the car. Like, we took out the front bumper and you could bolt up the GT3 front bumper and it just worked. When we did the M4, it took us 8 months to build the car because it was all fabricated, because nothing bolts up to the car, because the chassis length and wheelbase is different on the M4. The 488, I'm told, is the same wheelbase length, which means if you're not lengthening or shortening the car in the kit, it should be pretty easy. So I thought this was gonna bolt up like the 458. So I was just grabbing the recorders and I was looking at it and I'm like, wait a minute. I don't see any bolts. I assumed the 488, you could take off the rear quarter panels like a Corvette, like it bolts.
You can, but they're spot welded. So they're spot welded, and then if you look in here where those 4 bolt holes are, I don't think there's any bolt holes in here.
The fact that that door,
The entirety.
So I haven't looked at it in depth yet, but theoretically, we thought we might be able to do what we did with the M4, which was skin this and treat it like an overfender.
I thought that we wouldn't need to cut this car. I was like, oh, this will be sick. We can just bolt everything off and bolt it back on.
It's looking like we're gonna have to de-panel the rear quarter panel.
We're gonna have to cut the whole rear quarter out.
Or, I don't know yet, Hey, he's happy, right?
There wasn't a lot of information out there before making this very rash decision of buying it.
There's no information. What are you talking? Oh, text your friend Steve that's done this. Go for it. Go on. Oh, I have a friend that did this before on another car. I have 2 friends actually.
It was us.
Yeah,
Can't help you. It wasn't like this.
Yeah, this is him. Yeah, this is him.
Hey, how
You're
do you?
fucked.
Okay, so yeah, this entire quarter panel can't be here.
Oh, that's a hole for filling fuel.
Exactly.
Gas
that goes
doors.
here. So you're gonna have to like create a thing to close that off.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I also have to deal with this. Fuck. I don't know why I'm fucking
So this
laughing.
entire quarter panel.
Dude, that
Has
is-
anybody removed a quarter panel from a
No,
Ferrari?
every wide body that exists out there for this car, and there's pretty much one of them, it's a Liberty Walks, it's just a rainbow flare. We're gonna have to literally skin this car. We're gonna have to
remove
this
all this.
whole rear quarter needs to go. Starting to think maybe might have bitten off more than we could chew, and it's stressing me the hell out. So this is what I'll say. When I originally went to purchase this kit, they told me it was going to be a 488 GT3 kit. And then they're like, hey, great news. They don't have any GT3 kits, but they have the GT3 Evo Kit, which is the newer version. It's cooler and more rare. And they said they give it to you for the same price. And I'm like, sick. And they're like, and it's full quarters, full rear quarters. And I thought, sick, we're just going to bolt them on. Even easier.
TJ walked by the blackjack table and they're like, free double down. And he goes, oh, hey, everybody, stop right now. Free double downs.
You did double down.
Free double downs. We're doing it.
I'm terrified. This is going to have to be a complete custom fabrication.
Just like we've done before.
M4 Part 2.
It being that it isn't bolt-on, bolt-off quarters, we're gonna have to either drill out the spot welds or modify the fender, or to be frank with you, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we have a time frame to reveal this at SEMA in November, which really only leaves us 4 months of time to build this, and 2 of those months we have to dedicate to bodywork and paint prep. So we have a lot of work to do in a short amount of time. Now with the GT3 kit assembled, you guys can get a really clear idea of what it's gonna look like. Having this body assembled next to the actual car, this is so much wider, and there's a lot of question marks in this moment, which throughout this series, you guys are gonna watch us tackle them and try to fix them. But let's start with the front, because can confirm there are 2 versions of this kit. There's the 488 GT3 kit, and then in the latest progression of kit they released the 488 GT3 Evo Kit. The Evo Kit has some different style fenders, some different style aero, but this lip is not an Evo lip. This is the standard GT3 lip, which is why we have this gapping right here. So I'm working with the team that I purchased it from, trying to see if they will, maybe they sent us the wrong lip and they have the Evo lip and they can just ship that out to us. Or they might be like, hey, that's all we have. You got to make it work. Because you guys, you can't just go and buy this. You can't go to Ferrari and order it. You have to be a GT3 team, and you have to own all the cars and all the spares, which makes this so difficult because you can't get it. Just like the 458 and the M4. What makes them cool and why I have such a fascination with them is because you don't see them because it's incredibly stupid to build. Because you're going to cut up a car, spend nearly as much as the car on this kit, and then you got to make it work. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll follow up with you guys in the next episode on how we're going to tackle that. We don't have any of the like extra rain lights, so we'll figure out what we're going to do about that. The fender doesn't have any location points to mount on the car like the 458 did, so we're going to have to fabricate the whole entire front end, which isn't a problem, but the side skirts actually should bolt in to where the stock side skirts do on top of the door, which is good because that will give us a location point, because that's how we're gonna start. We're gonna find something that accurately marries itself to the actual stock car and then start building the body off of that. Which, going to the rear, we're missing the big carbon vent, which is important because the vents on the 488 actually channel air to the intercooler and the radiator. So that is pretty important. Now, whether we can source it or they forgot it, one of those 2 options, hopefully they forgot it, they'll send us it, or we have to build it ourselves.
That sounds fun.
That sounds like no, that's totally possible.
It sounds
I think
fun.
it'd look cool if we made it.
Yeah.
On the M4 GT3 hood, you guys remember Street Hunter made some one-off parts to make that hood work, and we might have to do a similar thing with this. So this is a big unknown. And the other unknown is this rear quarter is, I suppose, a rear quarter replacement for that car. It's not like a Corvette where the rear quarters are bolted in. They're welded in spot welds. So we don't know yet. I don't know how we're gonna make this work.
There's a few things that we could do, which is kind of skin it like the M4.
You could make it like an over-fender style, but that's...
Maybe when we get rid of the pinch welds on that car and remove it, maybe there's a tube structure right here that this wraps around, and it might be easier than we think.
That, or we can like body panel it together, or seam seal it, or whatever, and maybe we can make it work.
Trim this and blend it and all that stuff too.
Another big unknown, which I thought this was gonna bolt on. I was wrong. The rear is kind of the same story, but what's nice is that the rear quarter has the housing for the taillight should click into, which will give us some reference point on where to mount this. And the rear bumper as follows. The rear bumper literally bolts into this, so once we get the rear quarter mounted, we should be able to fit everything else. But another major problem, the rear diffuser. The stock 488 production car has its own diffuser, but it has a complete DRS system and a bunch of motors in here. We're probably gonna have to delete all the DRS, which is fine, but then we're gonna have to start tampering with the electronics of the Ferrari to make sure that with everything deleted, the car still drives and functions. Because we learned when dynoing the 488, when certain electronics aren't plugged in, the car really doesn't like it and will put you in like a safety limp mode. So we're gonna have to completely figure that out, as well as figure out how to mount it, because we don't have any brackets. And then figure out where the air jacks go. I don't know if the air jack is supposed to go here. This is probably a rain light.
Most likely.
I would imagine.
If it has, that's probably a mount hole and then a wire hole, is my guess.
Yeah, and all the Zeus tabs are all broken off. This project is way more intense than I thought it would be. I thought we'd be able to do this thing pretty quickly, assuming it was like the 458. Oh. And I can confirm it is not. Also, the gas door is about right here on the factory car, which we don't have anymore.
Oh no, we have two. We have two right here.
And you have two. So the race car has two different locations to fill the fuel for the fuel cell, but we're gonna try to make the stock one work. So if you're new here, hit subscribe, follow along on the journey, because I don't know how we're gonna get this done. And there is a time crunch to this. We are set to debut this car at the Meguiar's booth in SEMA, which is November of 2025. So as of right now, we have about 5 months to convert a factory production road car into a GT3 body converted 488. I'm terrified. So in the next episode, we're gonna cut this car up into 40 million pieces and dismantle the whole thing to try to figure out where we can get started. And until then, I'll see you boys in the next episode. Peace out and keep moving forward.